YouTube was good, y'all. You already know what it is. It's your boy Say Groovy. Now, back to the video for you guys. As you guys can see from the title, we got 10 products you'll never buy again, knowing how they are made. I'm kind of scared for this video because I already know it's going to be some nasty, wild stuff in this video. But before we get into this video, go ahead and make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You feel me? We're on the road to 1K. What do you guys think will be in this video, man? I already know it's going to be a whole bunch of nasty, wild stuff that I am not ready for. But I'm going to put these headphones on. They about to get straight into it. Woo, I'm scared, man. Let's get it. Let's see what they got for us.
This food might taste
Let's
delicious,
see.
and these items might
Got
look
hot dogs,
necessary, but you will probably change your mind when you see the true
Colgate.
story behind what you use every day. Some of them are disgusting, and others could be dangerous for your life. Just wait until you hear how you are putting something toxic into your body.
I heard tampons
every month.
was bad.
If this is your first time visiting
did
our
hear
channel,
that.
don't forget to subscribe, and please give this
That's
video
I don't
a
remember
big
who I heard
thumbs
it
up.
from,
Today
though,
we're
but I
showing
heard
you
that.
10 everyday items you'll never buy again, knowing
Let's see,
how they're
let's
made.
get into it.
McNuggets. You've probably already seen
Nuggets.
this disgusting picture
I
of
eat
pink
nuggets.
slime. People believe that this was how they made food at McDonald's,
Ew.
but you'll be happy to hear that this story is false. And to prove it, the fast food
okay,
restaurant
false.
decided to show the world how their McNuggets were actually made. It is still disgusting, and we're eating animal corpses after all,
Ew.
but this is still better than what we imagined. The process starts by deboning whole chickens, and then set aside the breast meat for the McNuggets. So don't believe the rumor that it's made of chicken legs. It is not true either. The fat is trimmed off the breasts, and the meat is collected into a bin. Then it goes straight into the blender.
It do be some chicken little,
chicken skin for
like,
flavoring.
hard parts.
The chicken meat is then turned into different shapes. You've probably never understood what they are, but McNuggets are actually shaped like balls, bells, boots, and bow ties. After this, it's time to send them into the fryer. The meat is still a little bit raw, so the final step will be to send it to a McDonald's restaurant where it can finally be cooked. After hearing the rumors, it is actually not that bad, unless you're a vegetarian. But
I
just
still
wait
like
until
them.
you
I
see
ain't gonna
what's
lie. I
coming
still
next.
like
Gummies. If you think that
chicken
vegetarians
nuggets.
will be happy to hear how gummy sweets
Gummies?
are made, you
I
are
eat
wrong.
gummies.
These candies are
Nah, I
made
don't
of
eat gummies,
gelatin,
actually.
which is made
They
from
good, though.
boiling the skin, bones, and cartilage of a pig. The first step is to sanitize
I'm not
the
eating them
pigs
shits
and
no
roast
more.
them before
I'm
having their
not
skin
eating
peeled
them
off. Meat
shits
industry
no
will do their job,
more.
and the gummy industry will get the leftovers. Then the discarded skin and bones are magically turned into some sort of white strings. Colorings are added to make it more appealing, and what is left of the pigs then goes into a machine that turns it into beautiful candies that we love to eat. The process was recorded by a Belgian
So that shit
filmmaker
basically
named
pig
Alina
skin?
Nietkens, who then showed it to the world. Everything started with a woman
I'm not
eating
eating
a
that shit no more.
candy, and by the end,
Nope.
everyone was
Nope.
disgusted to see what she actually put in her mouth. It was only one short film out of a series of videos documenting the way our favorite
No.
food is made.
No.
And as you can imagine, it doesn't
Gummies?
get better. So next time that you are eating gummy sweets, remember that a pig doesn't have the chance to live a beautiful life because of this. We
Pig?
suggest you tell your vegan friends that they're doing something wrong if you see them eating gummy bears. Toothpaste.
It's
We
over.
put this in our mouths every day, and we don't
How the
even
fuck
know
am I
what
supposed
it
to brush my
is.
teeth then?
At this time, you shouldn't be scared of how the toothpaste is made, but of what is in it. Egyptians
see,
started
what's in
cleaning
it?
their teeth since thousands of years, and ancient Greeks and
As they
Romans did the
should.
same thing. At
You
that
don't know
time,
bad breath and
toothpaste was
plaque.
made of different ingredients, but it usually had one important side effect. It made people's gums bleed. It didn't get better over the years because
I
in the
thought that was for the
20th century,
bristle-
some German
Bristol-
scientists
Bristol-
developed radioactive
Bristol.
toothpaste. But don't worry, it did get better shortly after. A dentist noticed that locals in a city had fewer cavities than most people. When he understood that it was associated with the high natural level of fluoride in their water,
I mean, I
this
thought
ingredient was
toothbrushes,
quickly added
the
to
little
toothpaste
bristles
that we
on
know
it is
nowadays.
what makes it
What we put in our mouths
gums
twice a day
bleed.
is actually
Got a
made
little
of
cake.
fluoride, baking soda, chalk, flavoring, and a lot of things that we cannot understand by looking at the ingredients on the box. But is it actually safe? On their website, Colgate says that if your child eats a large amount of toothpaste, you should call the emergency hotline listed on the toothpaste tube, or contact a poison control center immediately.
eats
So is it
toothpaste?
really a good thing to put this in our mouths every day? There's probably a better alternative. Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings, but this is also the reason why you will fall from too high once you realize that it is not as good as you think. Anyway, they don't have the right to say this anymore since
I
someone
heard it
sued
was
the
bull
caffeinated
sperm
drinks
in Red
giant
Bull,
for falsely
so I'm
claiming
not a
that their
fan of
product
that
could make
shit.
them fly. But let's get back to the ingredients. When people read the ingredients, rumors started spreading that taurine was coming from a bull's balls. Don't worry, it's not true.
Yeah.
According to the website,
Yeah.
taurine is an amino acid
not.
naturally occurring in the human body and present in the daily diet. Conclusion? This is probably safe. We know that drinking sugar isn't so good, but we'll survive. However,
I
what
remember
you
I
should
heard
be
there was
worrying
bull
about is
sperm
the
in
high
there.
level of caffeine in this product and the impact that it will have on you in the following hours. It takes only 10 minutes for the caffeine to enter your bloodstream and for your heart rate and blood pressure to rise.
Damn, look
You
at
might
that
feel like
baby.
you have more energy after 15 minutes, but an hour later, you will experience a sugar crash and feel more tired than you were before. Then it will take 12 hours for caffeine to be removed.
I never really
from the bloodstream.
experienced
So is it really worth
these
it?
type of
We don't
sugar
think so.
crashes. Like
Sunscreen.
I
You might have heard people
tons
saying
of
that
candy.
sunscreen was dangerous, but what is that really about? Sunscreen is made to protect your skin by absorbing or reflecting UVA and UVB rays.
Right.
The SPF reveals the amount of sunburn protection that it can provide when you use it correctly. However, it must take something really special to protect us from rays that can be life-threatening. So there could be something really dangerous in the sunscreen too. Some scientists think that the nanoparticles in the chemicals could be small enough to slip past our skin and into our bloodstream and cause inflammation, which could be linked to cancer. Others say that it could cause damage to a person's
Probably
hormone
is,
system.
man. All
This
this
is why a
shit is
lot of people
chemicals.
started to worry. However, it has only been tested on animals, and not all scientists agree. So yes, sunscreen can be
Why
a
is
tiny
human
little
shit
bit
getting
dangerous,
tested on animals?
but going outside without protection is just worse. 1 in 3 cancers diagnosed worldwide is a skin cancer, and most of it is caused by excessive skin damage. So maybe using sunscreen isn't so bad after all. If you really want to be safe, stay inside or cover yourself from head to toe. This is the only way that you will protect yourself from these dangers, as long as you don't overheat.
Who the hell finna cover themselves
Hot
head to
dogs.
toe?
If you're
It's
wondering
hot.
what was that pink slime
Oh, this
associated
is
with
the
McDonald's,
nasty-
we
just
might
the
have found
nasty
the
one right
answer.
here.
Hot dogs
Hot
look
dogs.
tasty once they're cooked, but seeing how they're made will make you want to never eat this again. Are you ready? Before they're turned into beautiful sausages, hot dogs just look like a disgusting gooey meat. It all starts with 3 different types of meat: pork, beef, and chicken. Pieces of meat
Don't
leftovers
get caught
are
eating
used,
the
and it
glizzies
already
now.
doesn't look good. They are
Don't
quickly
get
turned
caught
into
eating the
strings,
glizzies.
and then they are transformed into a weird substance that we wouldn't like to touch. Food starch is added, followed by salt and other flavorings. People in different regions have different tastes, so the ingredients can vary. Water is then sprayed into the mix, and everything is blended together. Corn syrup adds a little sweetness, and water makes the hot dogs juicier, and this is when we see the goo pouring out of a tube. Everything is then turned into the sausage that we can easily recognize.
What?
But we don't care
That shit
anymore
look like
because
wood.
it's already too disgusting for us. So let's summarize this story. Something pretty gross is turned into something even more gross until they give it a different shape to make it look tastier. We will never look at hot dogs the same way ever again. Jelly
I'm not
beans.
eating hot
After
dogs.
seeing what
I'm
they
not
do to
eating
gummy sweets,
fucking
we hope that we'll still have the
gummies.
guts to eat jelly beans too. Making these
I
candies
just ate a
actually
big-ass
looks
bag
pretty
of jelly
sweet.
beans the other
Liquid
day.
sugar is mixed with starch and glucose before being poured into bean-shaped molds. They sit for a day and then go into giant spinning machines along with more sugar, hot syrup, and artificial flavors before being packaged and sold. In total, it takes 7
artificial,
to
hell, you
21
already know that
days to
part.
make a jelly bean. There's absolutely nothing wrong there, and we think that it looks great. But have you ever wondered how they make these disgusting flavors like vomit, boogers, or rotten egg?
Right.
Once they decide
I
the
never think of
exact
that.
flavor they want to mimic, scientists go to their labs. This is where they use a gas chromatograph and a mass spectrometer to heat up the fluid and vaporize the juice's molecule one by one. It seems complicated, but this is how they break down the molecule to better analyze the smell and recreate it. But do you know what this means? When they wanted the jelly beans to taste like stinky socks, they had to do this, according to a Jelly Belly spokesperson. A flavor scientist aged his own socks and sealed a plastic bag for a couple of weeks before putting it in the gas chromatograph. We think that we'll stick to the normal flavors like strawberry next time. Soap. We wash our
Right.
body
No
with
more
this
of
every day,
them
so we think that it should be clean,
weird
but you will
different
be
flavors.
surprised to learn what soap is actually made of. It was invented by the ancient Babylonians around 2800 BC. At that time,
Babylonian.
soap was made of wood ash, water, and animal fat. So yes, they were using what was left of the body
Animal
of an
fat?
animal on their own body. But did it change?
I
Not
mean,
really.
they've
Soap
been
is
doing
still
that.
made by combining fats and oils with an alkali. Even though oils are plant-based,
Bruh.
fats still come from animal sources. So once again,
Why
you
is the
should warn
pig
your
the
vegan
most
friend and
useful
advise
animal
them
for
to use
everything?
something else. But there is also something that everyone will probably care about. If you use antibacterial soap, it could have more negative consequences than benefits. That's because it contains triclosan, a chemical that's a known endocrine disruptor and a skin irritant. It can have an impact on the thyroid and reproductive hormones. It became such a problem that the US FDA decided to ban 19 active ingredients in antibacterial soaps, including triclosan. If this is not enough to convince you, we don't know what will. And anyway, there is no evidence to prove that antibacterial soaps are better than simply using soap and water, so you should stick to animal fat instead.
When am I supposed to
Tampons.
wash my hands
When
with
you put
now?
something inside your body for a week
Oh,
every month,
tampon.
you really hope that they are safe. This is why you won't be
For a
able to
week?
hear what tampons are really made of. We know that they are made of cotton, rayon, and synthetic fibers, but there are a lot of other ingredients that manufacturers are
cycle. I
hiding
had to
from
think.
us
I thought she was
because they are
talking
not
about
required to tell us everything.
keeping
And
one
when you
in
learn
for a
about the
week.
toxic
I was
shock
like, that's
syndrome and the
disgusting.
terrible consequences that it can have, you know that there might be something wrong down there.
Oh damn,
The
pause
toxic
that and
shock
read that if you
syndrome
guys
is
want to
mostly
read that.
caused by synthetic materials, but they are no longer used in tampons sold in the United States. But why are some women still sick? People also found out that rayon is a byproduct of dioxin, which could cause cancer. Even though the FDA replied that it was not enough to be harmful, people think that putting many tampons inside your body for a week, every month, and every year could be dangerous. And it just gets worse when there is a fragrance,
and they're doing it like
associated with
every
allergies, respiratory distress, and effects on the reproductive system. Don't think that pads are better. Women also found low quantities of chemicals in these products, which are associated with cancer and neurological problems. So until we know what is really in there, using a menstrual cup could be a better idea. M&M's. Let's end this with something a little sweet, shall we? Sometimes there's just so much sugar everywhere that just seeing it can't be good for our diet, but we can't resist the temptation. So let's take a look at how M&Ms are made. Anyone who enters the factory must be super clean. They also have to wear a Mars-branded lab coat, gloves, hard hats, safety glasses, earplugs, and hairnets. And this woman was just coming to visit. The first part of the process is to mix all the ingredients for the chocolate together. Then it is tempered to the temperature needed to create the right shape. The little chocolates are sent through cooling tunnels, and then they add colorings, which takes a long time to create those vibrant colors. However, no one is allowed to see how they place the letter M on the candies, so it's still a secret. And this is how it takes 10 to 12 hours to make one bag of M&Ms. We know that there was way too much sugar everywhere, but this time we think that we won't be able to resist the temptation. We'll eat them anyway. Were you surprised by any of these everyday items? Don't be shy to tell us what you think in the comment section down below. We love to hear from you.
Quite disgusted actually. Hot dogs. I don't eat them anyway, so they gotta go. What else? Tampons. I already heard that that was bad for women to be using anyway. And soap is made with animal fat? Didn't know that. But this is the end of the video. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, family, and all your peers. You already know what it is. It's your boy Groovy. Stay tuned for more videos. We out.